I really, really love this place because it loves you back. Reciprocal love, not always easy to find in this day and age. I'm a clown at heart and by vocation, but a master of disaster by nature and practice. Almost overqualified to be a clown, but a fool on the hill nonetheless. There are times I think to myself that I can't do anything right. A bit accident prone, I often get in my own way, as they say. Well, I'll give you an example. After a Wednesday morning vigil here at the church, I was walking down Geary Street, thinking about how much we embrace social justice in our community. Approaching Tommy's joint, quite suddenly, to an outside observer, almost seemingly on purpose, basically threw myself onto the sidewalk. As I fell, an old theater trick kicked in and took over so that I landed most of my weight on my thigh, and it took the brunt of the impact. I got up, dusted myself off, answered a concerned citizen that yes, I was all right, and that I hadn't even known it was my turn to take a fall. It just happened by accident. Much the same way I found this church, and it found me. It was 2010, and news had arrived that my dear father had died in a VA facility in Shreveport, Louisiana. I was bereft and so desperately depressed that I found myself actually crying out loud as I walked up O'Farrell Street. Stopping for traffic, I looked down and saw my father's first name etched in concrete, Franklin. Even in my grief, I had to smile a little because it was just the sort of thing that Franklin Scott Adams would have gently nudged me towards and into this stunningly beautiful place. So I'm thinking about what things I love about UU here, what focuses my love in the sanctuary and center, and it's always boils down to community, how all together now we sail on this ship, seeking safe harbor for our spiritual journeys, then miraculously making the discovery that the safe harbor is within all of our hearts. My heart's practically exploding in my chest in reaction to the bad news from Washington, D.C. daily. When we the people has been eclipsed by we the billionaires, where those in power, the unawakened, I guess, since we're the woke ones, are asleep at the wheel as the dictator-in-chief and his minions slash and burn their way, clear-cutting through anything and anyone's dreams, or all that emits diversity, equality, and inclusion. I'll close with this quote that Bruce Newberger turned me on to. It's by the Dominican Pulitzer Prize-winning writer Junot Diaz. He said, "You don't need the Justice League to know the world is in peril. Chasmic inequalities, climate calamities, and rising unreason threaten us all. What is needed in times like this, to quote Frederick Douglass, who knew all about the evil of monstrous superpowers, is not light, but fire. It's not the gentle shower, but the thunder. We need the storm, the whirlwind, the earthquake. So what is needed, if you'll allow me the final corn, is Superman. Not him, though. The other multiple one, us.